Cricket presents The Warmup, and thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ted Madden. We have reached the halfway mark of the regular season, and Week 6 brings us some more fantastic games. Let's get you ready for some football. The atmosphere at Mustang Panther Stadium is always electric when the two teams who share the name of the venue face off. Let's preview Grapevine taking on Colleyville Heritage in the lineup, presented by So Chill Chips and Salsa. Both teams enter this game 3-1, but most feel the winner of this one will take the title in District 4-5A Division II. The Panthers love to air it out behind Princeton commit Weston Smith. The tall quarterback hasn't played a full game in half of Colleyville's 4 games due to the margin of victory. But when he's out there, he loves to go to Kai Pruitt, who has 24 catches and 4 touchdowns. Grapevine's only loss of the season came to number 1 ranked Argyle, and there is a chance the loser of this game will see the Eagles in the postseason sooner rather than later. The Mustangs do their business on the ground, particularly senior Parker Polk. It feels as if Polk has been on the Grapevine roster forever because he has started since he was a sophomore. This year, he already has 609 yards rushing through 4 games, and he's averaging over 9 yards per carry. Of course, being a rivalry game, you can expect the unexpected in this one. An interesting one out of 6A is Coppell visiting Lewisville Friday night. At 4-0, the Cowboys are the best team no one is talking about. Coppell started off district play last week with a solid 46-35 win over Plano West. Jack Fishpaw has stood out from behind center as he has already thrown for over 1,000 yards this year. But what's even more impressive is that he has 9 touchdown passes and no interceptions. Not turning the ball over will be a key against the Farmers. Lewisville is 3-1 and led by twin defensive backs Caden and Cameron Jenkins, as they pride themselves on shutting down the opponent's top receiver. On offense, the Farmers rely on a ground attack led by Byron Ellison and quarterback Ethan Terrell.
Enjoy the authentic flavors of ancient recipes. So thin, so crisp, so good, so chill.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get any LTE Android free when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Plano West quarterback Vance Feuerbauer had quite an impressive showing this summer in our quarterback challenge. He's got a few college eyes on him, but can expect more with a big season for the Wolves. We caught up with Vance on the recruiting trail.
So this offseason and spring ball, it honestly started really good for our whole team. Really, our team didn't have any offers. None of our seniors did. And this offseason, me and about 3 or 4 others started getting offers. And I received my very first one from Davidson in North Carolina. That was my first offer. So that was huge to me because ever since I was small, I always wanted one. And my first one being a D1 was just it was really a dream come true. And then I followed with a D2 from Oklahoma, Northwestern State, Oklahoma. And then my third one was a D3 in Louisiana, which was Centennial. Oh, well, first, I'm going to college just to get an education. I love football, but I also know at the end of the day I need an education. But I also want to go somewhere I can play for all 4 years. I can go in as a freshman, start playing. And of course I want to work for the position. I don't want to get there and have it handed to me. I want to go out there and work. So really a place I can play 4 years, but also get a wonderful education and be there and love it. So as a quarterback, I'm dual threat. I mean, I love to run. But also within the past year, my accuracy and my throwing has gotten so much better, and that's Coach Chaney, my high school quarterback coach. He's completely changed me and Andrew Picorni, which is our other quarterback. He's gotten us so much better. So for us, I mean, for me as a player myself, I go out there and I leave it all on the field every game. It's something I've always done. I'm going to go out there and give it my all. First off, stay consistent. If you just go out there and work every day, you're going to get to where you want. And also, anything's possible. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to play D1, but there's been so much stuff happening that you don't know for sure if you get there. But as long as you believe and you put hard work in it, it's going to happen as long as you do what you're supposed to do.
Come into Cricket Wireless and get nationwide 5G plus a free 5G phone when you switch. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Look for our cameras at a lot of big games this week, but unfortunately we can't be at them all. Let's take a look at some of the games you need to watch for in the hype. Thursday night, Wylie takes on Garland Lakeview Centennial at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. This one has major playoff implications because the loser may be on the outside looking in. The Pirates at 3-1 have seen the Jagger Bale to Chris Lewis connection lead to big-time yardage. The two have hooked up for 4 scores and are hoping to pad those stats against the Patriots. Lakeview Centennial is 3-2 but needs a statement win to gain confidence. A win over Wylie could be just that. Quarterback Jonathan Hester has thrown for 779 yards, 10 touchdowns, and no picks. This one could come down to whoever limits their mistakes. Denton Braswell visits McKinney Friday night, and this too has playoff implications. Braswell is trying desperately to right the ship after giving up 79 points to Byron Nelson in Week 3. Since then, they have given up 50 and 43 in back-to-back losses. One more loss in a tough 5-6A could seal their fate as far as the postseason is concerned. McKinney, on the other hand, is red hot, but are about to hit the tough part of their schedule. They are led by junior sensation Brian Jackson at running back. Jackson is a load to bring down and has 836 yards and 11 touchdowns through the Lions' first 5 games. A bunch of teams stepped up defensively to help themselves notch another one in the win column. However, it was Wilmer Hutchins who made the late stop to earn the Eagles our defensive title belt. We find out more about that effort, plus preview a team who may win this week's belt, in the Bug. Against Dallas Pinkston, the Eagles caused 6 turnovers to help them cling to a 20-7 lead throughout most of the game. But with the game on the line and up only 6 with 7 seconds to play, Wilmer Hutchins needed one more stop. And that's when Jaron Parks came up big with a game-saving sack, earning the Eagles the defensive title belt. This week, look for Marcus to have a shot at that belt. They host a struggling Flower Mound team in the Mound Showdown and could be primed for a solid defensive performance. That's going to do it for today's show. For even more high school football content, be sure to follow us on our social media accounts, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Ted Madden, and I hope we got you warmed up for all the action.